Hello Capricorn guys, this is your I Ching Book of Changes reading for the month of February 2017. The reading is meant to help you gain insight into the influences that are happening right now in the relationship. There are three cards under this pile and three cards here. This side represents you, Capricorn males, and this side represents your partner. So the first two cards are really meant to give us insight into the grounding upon which each of you stand in the relationship and what is influencing the roots of this grounding. So it's really trying to tell us at present where each of you is coming from, and it's meant to expose the strengths in the relationship, the firmness in the relationship's anchoring, but also can tell us a little bit what could be undermining the security right now. So let's turn it over and see what we have for you. Beginning, we have hexagram number 14, which is prosperity. And for your partner, we have hexagram 28, and we'll focus on that card after prosperity. So hexagram 14 is basically telling us that there is prosperity in your life right now, Capricorns, and it's really a message to use your resources wisely. Good fortune can increase the well-being for many when it's shared. So don't be like Scrooge. Make sure you share your good fortune this month. And realize that prosperity can create positive or negative effects, and it's really up to you in the way you use it to make sure that it's not being used for negative. So when fortune smiles on you, your vision and plans for achieving your goals should be in harmony with the Tao. So basically, wealth and abundance and all other creative endeavors that you have might have some risk. Inherently, there is risk involved with getting prosperity, but the more creative you are and the more you use your inner intuition into getting and using that prosperity, the better off you'll be. Prosperity isn't always financial. It could also mean that this is kind of your star moment, one of your many star moments right now. And it's saying just don't hide your gifts. So everyone might be looking at you as if you are so successful, but they don't understand what is going on behind the scenes. So make sure you relax as well and enjoy what you've worked so hard for. Also remember that your prosperity wasn't brought about without others' contribution. So just recognizing that will continue on bringing you prosperity in the future. You might find yourself being envied upon, but the key to overcoming this is just being centered. You might be living simply and generously, but if you have too much responsibility, you just need to find a new balance right now. And don't be miserly, and remember, everyone is born with the same amount, really. We're all born generally without clothes and equal in the eyes of the law. And we don't really own anything. And when we leave, we don't take anything with us. So just remember that and enjoy your prosperity. Okay, so your partner, Capricorn male partner card, has hexagram number 28, and 28 is excess. So this might be something that's getting in the way right now of the relationship, or something that's undermining the security of it. And I would say that excess tends to say that there might be too much of a good thing happening right now for your partners, and it's really about taking a step back and making sure that you're not being caught up in the drive for more and more, whatever that more could be. It could be financial, it could be carnal, it could be acknowledgement. You're striving for fame, but it can bring great stresses. So if we see here, we see a man with many rocks and the world's weight on his shoulders. There's even a tree growing from a rock here, and on the top there is a little white feather. So really just strive to let go of the excess of everything. This month will help you to really come into harmony with this first position, this card, and just allow that light feather to be on your shoulders and let go of the rocks. Basically, this card is asking you to look at yourself with honesty, and you don't need to blame yourself, Capricorn partner, but just make sure that the greed for more isn't weighing you down. So life will definitely become efficient, and there will be more energy when you get in touch with natural rhythms. So ways to do that are meditation, taking a walk in nature, reflecting on the past but not getting caught up in it, and asking yourself your real intentions as a partner and stopping yourself from acting like a robot in this situation. That will really help to diminish stress and really bring you back into realignment, which is where everyone wants to be. These two cards are in the heart position, and they're really the emotional climate. So Capricorn, this is going to be your card here. It really focuses on the dynamic of what's supporting the relationship within each of you. You got hexagram 50. And it's really asking you to look at these cards, and if you assume greater responsibility with these cards, you can unblock big communication blocks. And also, these cards can be possibly where there is a vulnerability or lack of trust that could be getting in the way of a deeper connection, as well as emotional wounds and fears and negative habits that we sometimes use to cover them. So your partner is hexagram 30, the clinging. So let's take a look here at hexagram 50. So the cauldron really represents bringing forth from your being, and it's an expression of your own vision. So right now you're really being asked to let loose your vision on the world, Capricorn. It's really time to contribute this to the world, and really you've already started this. You have everything you need to succeed for this without compromising any sense of yourself. Life is going to reveal its path to you, and it's going to tell you when to continue with it. This is basically the universe telling you that now is the point where you will let your creativity onto the world. So it's really like cooking something in a cauldron almost, and you're going to need to use your own self-trust and relax. Sometimes there's a little give and take, but it's going to create a lot of new, really important virtues for you, this cauldron. The cauldron lets go of the false and what is not real, and really gives emphasis on harmony with nature and with one another. So life is sort of seen here as a party that only you need to participate in, and let go of rigidity and dogma. And basically it's saying that the path will reveal itself. It also is asking you just to appreciate what an amazing individual person that you are, and that's something that you offer to the world as an act of gratitude. So the more you're giving here, the more you're going to be getting back, and expect to get a lot back when you give, basically, and you can see that in terms of the relationship. So let's check out hexagram 30 for Capricorn's partner, the clinging. So this card is really a message to look at fire and what are the dual functions of fire. So I actually even have something to meditate on here. I have a little flame. And basically, on the one hand, fire can provide warmth and illumination, which can disperse the darkness and reveal what is hidden. But on the other hand, it can burn down things that people have worked hard to create. So it can bring brilliance, and it can also be a difficult and very voracious. So this is saying that there is a really hot, passionate flame here, and I see that the flame is really even between the two of you. But sometimes it can be experienced as kind of cool, and you need to watch out for it being consumed to the point of being eliminated. So, and I don't think that that's really what's going on here. I don't think that's the message that's being transmitted. It could also indicate a fiery temperament, and it's asking you not to leap into the flames, so to speak, because later on the consequences will just be more than what the impulse was asking for in the moment. It's also saying, this card is also guaranteeing that when whatever experience has happened, you're definitely going to be changed because of it. So perhaps this relationship has really been a life-changing affair for Capricorn partners, and it's really impossible to go back once you've entered into the steps of this fire. So is this relationship a really fiery one? Capricorn's partner is changed because of it. So you need to remember that as well, Capricorn. Sometimes if you're fascinated with something, you can't deny that. So it's asking you not to deny being fascinated with Capricorn in this reading, and just to be aware of what is going on. And you will as well experience regeneration. So both of these are kind of symbols of regeneration. Maybe February is just a month where you're regenerating your souls and your bodies with a new year. I'm not sure. Let me know. This will help you appreciate what is going on. And life is really out there for you, and it's pushing you to regenerate. An inner perspective here is one that you really need to make sure is not bitter, or you don't feel any kind of burnout because of this. So just go slowly and realize that you will be revitalized. So allow the feelings of hot, passionate love here. Okay, these are the final cards for you before the last card. And these cards are really asking you, this is basically the card that is reflecting your state of mind or your perceptions or what you're hoping for from each other. And these cards can help you, give you like a little latch for breaking through in your thoughts that might be actually holding you back. So by just meditating on these cards, you might be able to gain a new perspective here. And if you're open to the guidance that these cards are offering, we might be able to find out a new way of viewing the relationship that's even better. So this is hexagram 18, and it's saying work on what has been spoiled. So let me just bring this a little bit closer here. This card is saying that, reminding you that if you put something on hold for a long time, it's gonna start to smell. So, and it's better not to pretend that we've forgotten about this, but it's more about facing reality and realizing what hasn't worked. So if something is in decay, it's really the time to face what is causing that and to stop it. It's really important to look within and see what it is that's about your mind or your thoughts and actions that are creating this. So from this, you will be able to gradually heal it. Finding the way to correct spoiled circumstances is going to take some patience and tolerance from both sides. If you find that what you need from all of it is a little break, it shouldn't be coming out of anger or being just generally mean. It should be seen as a time for cleaning up your own act. So the focus really is on you, Capricorn. It's really asking you just to focus on what you've been negligent about, and remember that your mental past belongs to you and doesn't really belong on the shoulders of your partner. So just releasing stuff. A really good way to do that is just to make a fire or go to a fire and write down things that have been bothering you and just burn them, because they don't belong there anymore and they don't belong on the shoulders of your loved ones. So let that go, clean it up, and you're really going to find a lot of balance, and just focus on that and everything else will follow. So it's also asking for forgiveness, and you're going to be way better for it. And I bet your partner too. So the final hexagram for the partner is grace. Let's see. And it's hexagram 22. Grace is a beautiful card. It's saying that today the link between our creator and humankind has kind of degenerated with all the importance society gives to stars and star qualities, but really it's saying that star quality exists within you. So you have the real beauty that's not contrived, and it's really time for you to realize that with this card. It's just like a lotus flower that comes through the mud. Everyone has a little mud on them, but if you can grow through it and out of it, it's really going to be super, super beautiful to watch. So maybe you know this about your partner, Capricorn. That's why you love them. And this is just a reminder of that. Also, it's important to remember that beauty is bound up with impermanence. So all over, beauty is born and then it fades. So trying to understand it or trying to intellectualize it or make it permanent is pretty much impossible. And it's really just about withdrawing any kind of wish to possess it and just experience it for what it is, and we'll keep it coming. Actually, it's ephemeral. So it's asking you to understand that beauty is fleeting, and by looking at Mother Nature, you will see that there's elegance and a lot of generosity, and there's always beauty. And also beauty really exists in love. So love is beauty. So loving your partner is beautiful. Okay, so the final card is the insight card, and the insight card for this reading is 62. Small is beautiful. And small is beautiful is really telling us that that sometimes the smallest actions can be the biggest gifts. So just little tiny things and gestures might be the key right here to creating more connection between you. Also, it's asking that you need to deal with your limitations and capacities honestly. So if you feel that there's some things that you just can't do together, that's fine. That just little small things might be really what is needed right now for this month. It's really asking you to slow down and not be childish, and also to brush aside insignificant, rather to look at the insignificant right now as important. So everything is important, small and big, but mostly small things are also important. So I hope you enjoy this reading. The artist of this card is Madhava Padma. I have also readings up for Capricorn females, and also if you're in a relationship, it's good to check out their spread as well. It might give you a little bit more insight. I do private readings as well, and that's all underneath the video. Please subscribe and share, and I really look forward to your reading next month. Have a good month.